Right, I've been drilling and banging, and control panel's now on the wall. It's on the sliding rails, so I can get the panel, slide it out, and take it away if I want to use it at another location. Solar panel there. We've got a charge, we've got a load. It's on 12.4 at the moment. LED lights stay on permanently, so if I come in here at night time, it's all illuminated, and turn on the mains live. Not that you can see the LEDs. There we go. So, control panel's mounted. We're all up and running. Extra 2 plug sockets in the garage, and if we have a power cut, I just plug that into the mains. Run a few lamps in the house. Just got to get some cable ties, which I've got to load off and tidy up these wires. I'll shut the garage door a bit, see a little bit better there. Inverter doesn't seem to be straight, and the controller, charge controller, is slightly twisted, but it don't matter about the small things. Battery bank, inverter, extra sockets, fault meter for the battery bank, system on, off, and panel on and off. Not that I do want to turn it off, but if I need to isolate it, I can. Plenty of ventilation for the battery. There's holes in the side as well. We've got one there, and a load at the bottom. So plenty of ventilation. We are up and running. Can power my radios, charge my handsets, my phone, laptop. The important stuff, really. Right, YouTube. Very basic, very simple. So the more basic and simple it is, I think the more trolls and bad comments I'll get. Yeah, I should have inline fuses, but I don't feel the need for them. Everything's got its own built-in fuses and shuts off, apart from the solar panel. But the charge controller unit takes care of that if there's a problem. The inverter shuts itself down. There's 2 inline fuses in the inverter. So before anyone comments saying I should have inline fuses everywhere, I'm aware of it, but I think it's safe the way it's wired up. It is a cheap, basic, simple project. A child could put together. Took me half an hour. Cost about £100. I think it was probably the cheapest 1000-watt inverter I can find off eBay, and it was about the £25–30 mark. The charge controller unit was about £25. There are cheaper ones. The panel was, I think, about £25, 10 watts, 12 volts, but I think it kicks out about 7.8 amps, 7.8 watts at the most. The maximum voltage on that is, I think it was 19.8 volts. So you probably could get a nasty little shock from it. Yeah, it's only 1000 watts. So it won't run your entire house, but it will run most of my house for a short period of time. If you're watching this out of the UK, we don't get many power cuts. If we do, they last 20 minutes to an hour. 10 minutes. Sometimes we just get silly 5-minute power cuts. But having that will allow me to charge up the laptop so the kids can watch a DVD. We can charge our phones, charge up the kids' DS's. We can run lights. I can plug in a battery charger and charge up other batteries. It's not there to power the universe or power my house. It's not an off-grid solution. It is just a short-term. If we have a power cut, we can run a few lamps and put a DVD on, so we're not sitting in the dark. Just don't want candles everywhere really, and run around with torches. Just don't see the point. Yeah, it slides off the wall, so I can take it camping, take it to another house. Also, I can slide it off, do any maintenance, but it's at a good height on the wall, so I can do any maintenance. That's it really. The light switches were a couple of quid from my hardware store. The bit of wood I had lying around, what I used for a battery bank, there was a control panel for something else. Hollowed that out, took out the circuit boards. That was basically free. A couple of quid for some wiring. The voltmeters were like under a £5 each. And the LED light, I think, was from the pound shop. I've got several LED lights, so I'm just going to decide which one to use. That battery will run that LED light for about 3 or 4 days. So that's it. I mean, I could have bought a 40 watt panel. I could have bought like a 50 amp hour battery. But I wouldn't need it. I wouldn't sort of need it. I do have another couple of more of those small 12 volt batteries lying around, and I've got a couple of spare car batteries. So if we do have like an extended power cut, I can just limit what we use at night, or just swap the batteries over if need be. But the main thing is, it's basic, it's simple, it's up and running, and if I want to upgrade at any point, I can remove the battery box. It just lifts up and comes off. I can plug in extra panels. I can upgrade it with minimum work. I've literally got to undo the 2 screws that connect the cables to upgrade in the future, if I need to. But I've used that system before in my old house to run garden lights 24 hours a day. I used it to run stereos and stuff in the garden. I've took it camping to run the fridge, to charge up phones, DS's and the laptop, and run all the lights in the tent. We had a big 8-man tent with pods inside. We all had lights in each pod. We had lights inside the tent, outside the tent, with a 240 volt extension lead going outside to the seating area. So yeah, it does my needs. If I needed more power, I'll upgrade it. But that does me, my partner and her 2 kids camping. It's fine in the power cut. Touch wood, we haven't actually had a power cut since I've had it. Actually, no, we had one power cut for an hour. I remember cooking dinner on my pop can stoves, and had that running all the lights, and I think some music, just to bring the chill factor down for the young children. Right, so that's my little update. The control panel's up on the wall. Just let you know, be safe. If you are going to plug it into the mains to run your house, make sure your mains are switched off at the main fuse box, so you've got no power going back out to the grid, so any workmen get electric shock. And also, if the power comes back on the grid, you don't want to be connected with at the same time as your solar system. So yeah, if you have a power cut, flick off your fuse box, your main breaker, and then plug in your solar kit. But half an hour build, £100, job done. Thanks for watching.